Okay, my dear students, in the previous videos or previous class, we came to discussed or we came to understand the structure of the heart, that is vertical section, VS of the heart. And now we will going to discuss about the function of the heart, that is nothing but blood circulation or a double circulation. So in human beings there are two circuits of circulation. How many circuits? Two circuits of circulation, and both circuits starts from the heart and ends in the heart itself. Both circuits, they starts from the heart and ends in the heart itself. So blood is kept under circulation by two pumps of the heart, that is right side and left side. As we know, by two pumps means one is right side of the heart, another one is left side of the heart. This type of means the right part of the heart and left part of the heart both together represents the two circuits of blood circulation, so that heart is a double pumping organ or a double pumping system, means two in one system. Two in one system. It is mainly due to the pumping of blood is mainly due to the contraction and relaxation or expansion of the heart. Not actually the contraction and relaxation of the heart, it is mainly due to the chambers contraction and expansion. The contraction of auricles and ventricles is called auricular systole and ventricular systole. Contraction means it is nothing but systole, and expansion or relaxation means it is diastole. The expansion or relaxation of auricles and ventricles is respectively called ventricular diastole and auricular diastole. Mainly due to the contraction of auricles and ventricles, the blood is kept under circulation in heart by two pumping mechanisms, so that it is called a double circuit system or double circulation. So what are those two circuits of circulation? One is the systemic circulation or the greater circulation. Another one is the pulmonary circulation or the lesser circulation. Systemic or greater. Second one, pulmonary or lesser circulation. Let us see the first one, that is systemic circulation. Here is the diagram of section of the heart. Completely I erased all the parts of the heart. Only you're going to find the arrow marks within the heart with red chalk and also with yellow or white chalks, arrow marks. That shows the flow of blood within the heart. So what is systemic circulation and what is the greater circulation? As you know, the left part of the heart is with oxygenated blood, and right part of the heart is with deoxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood means pure blood. Deoxygenated blood means impure blood. Deoxygenated blood means impure and oxygenated blood means the pure blood. So systemic circulation or greater circulation means, or the path of systemic circulation or the greater circulation is the oxygenated blood that is from the left ventricle. This is left ventricle. The oxygenated blood from the left ventricle is pumped into the greater artery of the body. What is that greater artery of the body? That is aorta. The oxygenated blood or the pure blood from the left ventricle is pumped into the largest artery of the body, and that largest artery of the body is nothing but aorta. And this aorta, after its emergence from the heart, it bends left side and runs backward of the heart. It bends left side and runs backward of the heart. During this, it gives rise to two branches. While discussing with the structure, I told the name of these two branches of arteries. These two branches are called coronary arteries. These two branches are called coronary arteries. So the blood from the left ventricle enters into the aorta, and from the aorta the blood enters into the coronary arteries. And we know the coronary arteries supplies the blood to the wall of the heart for its normal or proper functioning. They supply the blood to the wall of the heart for the contraction and relaxation of the heart for their normal function. So this aorta, which bends and runs backward, descends down in the backside of the heart and runs through the posterior end of the body in the form of descending aorta or descending artery. In the form of descending aorta or descending artery. And this descending artery further divides into many arterioles, many arteries, then arterioles, and then blood capillaries. And those blood capillaries enters into the cells, tissues and organs, where the exchange of materials takes place in between the pure blood and the tissue fluids. What type of materials were exchanged? The nutrients and oxygen from the pure blood enters into the tissue fluid, and the waste produced in the cells and tissues like CO2, urea and other waste is collected, and that is taken by the blood capillaries with the blood, and that becomes impure blood or deoxygenated blood, and that blood is collected by the venules and then veins, and then enters those veins becomes, or they enter into superior and inferior vena cava from upper and lower part of the body, so that blood enters into the right auricle, So this flow of blood means the superior and inferior vena cava brings the impure blood or deoxygenated blood from the upper extremities and from the lower extremities of the body, so that impure blood is taken back into the right auricle of the heart. So this type of flow of blood is called or is systemic circulation or greater circulation. I think you will understand this path. Otherwise, I will repeat it once again in short. The pure blood from the left ventricle pumped into the aorta, then to the coronary arteries, and from the coronary arteries, blood enters into the wall of the heart for its normal functioning, and this aorta arches and bends backward to the left side and runs downward as descending artery, and this descending aorta further divides into many arteries, arterioles, blood capillaries, and those blood capillaries enters into cells and tissues where there is exchange of materials like nutrients, oxygen, and the waste produced in the cells and tissue fluids, and that blood is taken by venules, blood capillaries, and then venules to veins, veins to superior and inferior vena cava from upper and lower parts of the body, and then the blood will be back to the right part of the heart, that is right auricle. This is called systemic circulation or greater circulation. And second one is in the double circuit system is lesser circulation or pulmonary circulation. Now the blood is in right auricle, that is impure blood or deoxygenated blood. Pulmonary circulation or the lesser circulation. This deoxygenated blood from right auricle pumps into right ventricle. Right auricle to right ventricle. And from right ventricle, the impure blood or deoxygenated blood is pumped into the pulmonary artery, the largest pulmonary artery. After its emergence from the heart, pulmonary artery divides into two. One is left pulmonary artery, another one is right pulmonary artery. Left pulmonary artery and right pulmonary artery. Means both enters into respective lungs. Left pulmonary artery enters into the left lung, right pulmonary artery enters into the right lung. So the impure blood or deoxygenated blood from right ventricle to the pulmonary artery, and then these two branches, the impure or deoxygenated blood enters into respective lungs, where the purification or oxygenation of blood takes place. In between the alveoli and the blood capillaries, oxygenation or purification of blood takes place, so that in the lungs is the presence of pure blood or oxygenated blood, and that pure blood is taken by pulmonary veins, in the sense two pulmonary veins from each lung enters and opens into the left auricle, enters and opens into the left auricle. Four pulmonary veins which brings that pure blood from the lungs into the left auricle. This path, this flow, this way of flow of blood is called pulmonary circulation or the lesser circulation. Briefly starts from the right auricle, the impure blood pumped into the right ventricle, and from the right ventricle to the pulmonary artery, from the pulmonary artery to the lungs, where purification of blood, and that pure blood is carried by pulmonary veins, two pulmonary veins from each lung. All the four pulmonary veins opens into the left auricle, and in the left auricle they open and the blood is carried into the left auricle. This path is referred as the pulmonary circulation or the lesser circulation. So this is a double circuit system or double pumping mechanism of the heart. So the main significance of the working of heart is there is no mixing of blood. There is no mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood or pure and impure blood, not only in the heart but also in the entire parts of the body in case of human beings. Understand? So go through the video. If you have any doubts, you can contact me, or you can clarify the doubts through message or through call, etc. Thank you.